The hidden hours that shape your entire life. There's a reason. A phone overheats when it's constantly running apps but never gets shut down. Not because it's weak, but because it never resets. Constantly overflooded with useless information and its energy scattered everywhere, not focusing on a single thing. Without a reboot, even an iPhone 16 can start running like an iPod. And that's you, the iPhone 16, scrolling at 2 a.m., dragging through the morning, running like an iPod, wondering why life feels heavy. Not because you're lazy, but because your mind never gets a clean slate. Your day isn't broken. Your rhythm is. And here's the truth no one told you. The most powerful moments of your life aren't in the middle of your day. They're in the beginning and the end. Because that's when your brain is programmable, like fresh, wet cement ready to be molded. If you don't take control in those moments, you're letting the world install the codes and create whatever sorry-ass structure it chooses. Most people think life changes in the big moments. Job interviews, gym sessions, new goals. But the truth? Life is quietly being rewritten during the first and last hour of your day. Right now, you're holding the most powerful tool in your life. Your rhythm, not your schedule, not your planner, your rhythm. It's the invisible beat that decides if your mind works like a wild, destructive storm or a beautiful symphony. Here's something wild. Your brain doesn't actually wake up the way you think it does. In the first 10 minutes after opening your eyes, your subconscious is still highly absorbent, like a sponge soaking up the emotional tone of your day. And at night, just before sleep, your brain enters something called the hypnagogic state, a trance-like space where imagination becomes instruction. This is where ancient mystics did their deepest spiritual programming. It's also where modern billionaires set their mental algorithms. So ask yourself, are you filling those windows with power or passive noise? Because every morning you reach for chaos, scrolling, stressing, rushing, your internal rhythm sinks to disorder. And every night you collapse into unconsciousness without intention. Your mind drifts deeper into autopilot, not broken, just misaligned, like a clock stuck in the wrong time zone. Now contrast that with someone who understands the code. They wake up and calibrate. They go to sleep and rewire. They don't leave the rhythm to chance. They direct it like a conductor. The morning isn't just the start of your day, it's the moment you load the software. And the night isn't just winding down, it's when you install the updates. If you skip these windows, you might still function. But just like a phone that never reboots, you'll overheat, lag, and forget what you're capable of. So before we talk habits, ask yourself this: do you want to keep running on random mode? Or are you ready to step into the hidden control room that most people never touch? If not, that's okay. But just know this: inside that hidden control room is where your real life gets programmed. Now imagine this. There's two young men. They live in the same city, same age, same tools. But behind the scenes of each life, there's a hidden space, a control room. Now here's the twist. The control room doesn't control them. It doesn't force them to act. It doesn't drag them out of bed or stop them from wasting hours on their phone. But it does something more subtle and far more powerful. It influences the entire game. Player 1, loops and lag. This guy's control room, it's still active. It always is. But it's running an old script. One he didn't write. He just inherited it. It tells him to grab his phone first thing, to chase comfort, to avoid pressure, to repeat what he did yesterday, and the day before that, and the day before that. So every day he wakes up and acts like yesterday's version of himself. Not because he wants to, but because his control room told him, this is what we do. Wake, scroll, delay, stress, escape. He thinks he's free, but he's trapped in a loop that gets tighter with time. And every night he falls asleep without intention, That loop gets reinforced. The script gets saved. The control room just keeps playing it back. Player 2, the architect. Now the second guy? His control room doesn't control him either. But he visits it. He programs it. He gives it orders. Every night, before sleep, he speaks to it. Tomorrow, we move with purpose. We stretch, we journal, we breathe. We act, not react. We finish what we start. And in the morning, when his eyes open, his control room whispers back, "Let's build." So even on hard days, even when he's tired, his actions feel familiar because he programmed them. He wrote the script before his body ever moved. Wake, focus, create, reflect, grow. Over time, his loop looks nothing like the first guy's. He's not perfect, but he's aligned. He's not guessing. He's guiding. The truth? The control room is always on. And honestly, it's just your subconscious mind. It doesn't sleep when you do. It quietly records your patterns and decisions. And all it does throughout the day is remind your body to repeat those actions, without you having to think about it. Like every time your heart beats or you take a breath. Now imagine getting the chance to program something that powerful into your life. You already have it. So stop imagining. Because you get 2 chances to input your code into the control room. Right before you go to sleep, as soon as you wake up, those moments, they're like writing code. What you feed your mind in those windows becomes the blueprint for your behavior. If you fall asleep to chaos, that chaos runs the next day. If you wake up in reaction mode, you'll live in defense all day. But if you end the night with clarity and begin the morning with direction, your control room will back you like a loyal co-pilot, repeating the mission, reinforcing the vision. Final question: which loop are you stuck in? Who's been programming your days? Because whether you realize it or not, you're already in the game, and the control room is already running. The only thing left to decide is, who's writing the code?
The last 5 minutes of the day before you go to sleep at night are the most important 5 minutes of your day. You are now going to go into your subconscious mind for the next 8 hours, and you're going to marinate there in those 8 hours. And you are going to now, as you enter into your subconscious mind, you can do one of 2 things. You can review all of the things that you didn't like, that didn't work, that disappointed you, all of the stuff that's going on in the world that you hate. Now you wake up and your subconscious mind begins to offer you up experiences that match up to everything that you've placed in there. Or use those last 5 minutes to program into, I am well, I am healthy, I am content, I am peaceful, I am unattached, I am in love. And you just start to program yourself this way so that when you wake up, your subconscious mind, which can't make a distinction between the thoughts that you have or the actual things that are going on in your physical life. So if your subconscious mind is being programmed to say, this will never work out, the universal subconscious mind will begin to offer you experiences that match up to that, and you'll go through your whole life.